Real life. It's official. Yeah, I just want to make sure my volume is muted here. You got all your volumes down and everything. We are officially live. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. It is live with Sam and Mia. Wait. And Mia. There's your cameo. Except for you don't have. I haven't turned your volume on, so. Sorry about your luck. So, today I have obviously an exciting topic. Well, I don't know how exciting it is. It might just create some FOMO for some of you, but have you ever been to Imaging USA? If it's your first time, or you're a veteran, or you're not even getting to go, there's still opportunity. I mean, you can still go. But today I'm going to share that with you and how to get the most out of Imaging USA coming up next. What's up, guys? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sam Marvin, and I have been in the photography industry for 25 plus years. While I love being a creative, business is my passion, and elevating the industry of photography is my focus. I created the 7-Figure Photographer to share my journey to 7 figures and help others find their way too. All right, so who is excited to attend Imaging USA? I know I'm excited. We are leaving actually this Thursday morning at 5:41 in the morning. We're leaving early. But what I thought is I'm not going to be able to do a live I'll probably do a couple of little lives just from my phone while we're there. But I'm not going to be able to do a lot. What? Drop. Oh, yeah. But you guys want to hear me? Well, I guess that's vital, important stuff. I can't believe I forgot that part. Hopefully you can hear me better now. So anyway, we are leaving this Thursday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning and headed out to technically National Harbor. It's Oxon Hill, whatever. I don't know. It's somewhere in Maryland, just across the river from Washington, D.C. But we are headed out there and we're excited. And today I'm excited to share with you how to get the most out of Imaging USA. Before we get started into that and we jump in, a couple of things I do want to say and welcome Michael Collins is make sure that you comment today. That's our way to be able to see kind of who's on here. We can engage with you a little bit, get some idea of questions, anything that you have. Michael's obviously a veteran at imaging. I'm pretty positive he's going. In fact, I know he's going. So we'll be able to see him there. But make sure that you comment below. Mia will be there. I've got her muted so you can't hear her typing like a crazy woman. But make sure that you are commenting. If you joined this from the link, it will say up in the top hand corner, it'll say open app. Click on open app. That's the only way to get in. And to be able to comment, there's a little thing that says chat live or live chat or something like that. You click on that button. Make sure that you're logged into YouTube account so we can see your face and know exactly who we're hearing from and all that good stuff. So, also don't forget to like, subscribe, give me some thumbs up, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Just have some fun with it. Okay. So, also, before we jump into the full video today, I want to announce I'm actually doing it on time. Are you so proud of me, Mia? I promised you all I would announce the winners of the Business Book of the Month. We did with the text message platform. We're doing a giveaway, and you had to text in measure. Sorry. I don't know how to say measure. I don't know why that's been nobody's even told me until I'm 41 years old that I say it wrong. Okay, so shockingly, I'm giving away free books. And nobody wants to read this month. Maybe nobody just wants to read Measure What Matters. So we only actually had one entry, and that one entry is our winner, Andrea Roush from somewhere over in Southeast Idaho. Andrea, if you're on here, congratulations. And I will probably order one extra book just for Mia because she wants one. I already got mine. Actually, where is it? Oh, yeah, hand it over here. I got the hard bound book. It's a little beat up. This one might be Mia's. This one's definitely Mia's. I'm just kidding. Anyway, here's Measure What Matters by John Doerr. This is the business book of the month. We'll stick this back here just so everybody can see. Measure what matters. I so hate you guys for ruining that word for me. And now I will never, ever be the same. So anyway, congratulations to Andrea. Remember next month when I do the business book of the month, I always give a book away. So make sure to watch for the link or the keyword to text in for that. I am going to be trying to release those a little bit earlier. I know I did a little poll this weekend on Facebook and asked people what they thought. Would you rather me give you a whole list for the whole year, or would you rather have just the surprise? And really the general consensus was more people said they'd like the list for the whole year. And I love you, but I'm probably not going to do that because that's a lot of planning on my part. And it just probably is not going to happen. So what we're going to try to do is I'm going to try to announce the new business book of the month for the following month, 2 weeks before. So that's next week. Well, shit. So I'm going to try. I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to announce the new business book of the month a little bit ahead of time so that you guys can find out what it is and order it. And then a week before, I will actually do the drawing for the business book of the month giveaway on the text platform. That way, everybody can have their book ready to go, ready to read by the 1st of the month. And there won't be any more waiting until, the 11th of the month to get your book. That sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I suck at some things. Well, at a lot of things. Another thing is, keep in mind, as I go through this, I will respond to comments. Any questions you guys have that you'd like me to answer, I'll definitely answer them here. We'll have Mia. In fact, actually, that'll be your part today, Mia. You can go on and answer, you can respond to questions, or you can read the questions out loud to me, and we'll put your face on there. But I did mute her so you can't hear her tapping away at the keyboard. Okay, so first and foremost, news for Imaging USA. If you go to imagingusa.org, they have a whole website for it. On there, you can download their app, which I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. But there are some things that you need to know. Number one, Washington, D.C. does have a vaccine mandate. Okay, in order to eat in any of their restaurants, participate in any of their gyms, movie theaters, or bowling alleys. Now, I say that, however, we will not even be in Washington, D.C. We are going to be across the river in Prince George County, Maryland. There is no vaccine requirement there or mandate there. There is a mask mandate, but you can take the mask off as you go in or as you sit down to eat. So there's no issues there. The places that are not included, so these are places that even in Washington, D.C., if you want to go to any of the museums, places of worship, grocery stores, retail stores, or attractions at the mall, you do not have to show a proof of vaccine in order to be able to do that. I know there were some people saying that you had to show proof in order to get into any of the museums and stuff like that, but that is apparently not true. Now, if I am wrong about that, yell at Imaging or PPA because they were the one that put that list together and they're the ones that said that. So like I said, we will be in Prince George County. There is a mask mandate. However, you can eat in restaurants, do everything. It's nothing new, nothing we're not used to. But I would encourage you guys all to wear a mask, keep safe, because years past, Imaging is a place where a lot of people come together from all over the world, and there's a lot of people just focused in one place, and so there is a lot of potential for getting sick. I've gotten sick at many of the Imaging, or after many of the Imaging USAs, so why I still do it, I don't know, but it's something I love to go and take part in. So first and foremost, how to dress. This is one of the big questions that I've gotten, and I wanted to just kind of quickly address that. Now, for the record, I checked the weather for, Oxon Hill, which I looked for National Harbor, Maryland. I think that's just a location in Oxon Hill. Oxon Hill is where the event center is. It is a high of 29 degrees for all next week. So I don't know if you've ever been out there, it's humid. And so The cold air is different than it is out west. At least, yeah, it is different. Here it's a dry cold air. There it is a piercing wet, like moist cold air. It is very cold. I don't know how else to put it. It's not comfortable. It is supposed to be sunny and partly cloudy for, I believe, Thursday and Saturday. A little bit on Monday. I'm your weatherman. It is? Where are you looking at? DC? Oh, Oxon Hill? Okay, well, that's apparently changed. Sunday it's supposed to snow. So bring a coat. Yeah. So anyway, that's your weather forecast for today. I never knew I'd be a weatherman, but I'm just kind of giving you all the information. So it is supposed to be cold. My wife just commented, yep, it's brutal. She's from Pennsylvania, which is like 3 hours from where we're going to be. And let me tell you, the cold there is just different than it is here. So 28 degrees in Idaho and 28 degrees there. I know you guys aren't all from Idaho, but it is a different kind of cold. So the dress for the event, it is casual, okay? I'm not kidding you when I tell you I've seen people going to classes in robes and slippers and their hair up in a bun. They look like they just got run over by a truck, and they might have because I saw them out the night before. But the point is, you can really wear whatever you want. I'm pretty sure they might say something to you if you wear less than whatever you want. But that's really, like, there's no specific dress code. You're going to see people that are going to be dressed to the nines because they're showing off and want the world to recognize them. You're going to see people that are literally in their robes and slippers. Make sure to bring something nice. Like, bring a cocktail dress or a formal dress, not formal dress, but something nice, dress up for some of the parties. If you do get the opportunity to get invited to some of the VIP parties or something to that effect, or some of those things, sometimes they do have a little bit higher standard as far as dress. It doesn't mean that you have to necessarily, like, for instance, I think one of the parties at the end, well, that might be more WPPI, is a little bit like some of the nightclubs in WPPI are a little bit like you have to dress to their standard for the clubs. Here, I don't think so much. I know one of the comments that was made was bring a suit jacket. I think that is more of the sport jacket idea. As funny as it sounds, Tim, I know, made a smirk about this, but yes, sport jackets are a thing among male photographers. I don't, what? What did I say? Not you. Oh, yes, you can wear your fireman's outfit, Tim. But sport jackets are a popular thing amongst some of the older men. I'm not going to lie. I might own one. I might have bought one just specifically for going to imaging. But yes, you can wear your sport jacket. So that's pretty much for what to wear. Just make sure, well, I'm gonna get into that here in a minute. What to attend. Now, a couple of things I want you to keep in mind is get registered early, because when you get there, see, we're going like 3 days early. We're going technically for pre-con. And then there are a lot of things that you can do during that time. But typically what happens is for pre-con, I think the day before the actual event starts, you can go and sign up. Normally they have the information desk like set up to where you can go, you just type in your name and it prints out your badge. If you go onto the imaging or go to PPA's website where you sign up for imaging and go to My Events, you can actually go in there and put exactly what you want your name badge to say. So you can go in there and kind of make it look nicer. I noticed when I did mine and Michelle's and Mia's, it actually had like our first name, last name, and then our last name again. So I just took the last name out of it so that it only had it twice. You can put the studio that you're from, like those kinds of things. So you can play around with it and see what it works, what it's like, and how it works out for you. So there is on their website an app. If you go onto the website, you can download their app, or if you go to the Google Play Store, I think is what it's called, or Apple App Store, Just type in Imaging USA. Now, I got to tell you, the app is looking better than it's ever looked before. They've got a lot of great features on it this year. And the one big suggestion that I would give you is select by day. So when you're going through the schedule, go by day. And what you can do is you can say, okay, I want to look at Saturday. I want to look at Sunday. I want to look at Monday. And you can go through all the speakers for that day. If you find one you like, there's a star next to the speaker. It also shows resources that the speaker is going to give you, like all those different things. But you can click a star and it will add it to your schedule. And it will literally give you a calendar that shows you each of the events. And so if you have like 3 classes that you like and you star them all, it'll put it onto an actual calendar. And you can say, oh, okay, well, these 3 classes fall at the same time, so I really need to decide which one I want to go to. But the great thing is you can have them all easily accessible there, and you can look at it and decide what you want to do. Another thing on there is you can actually see all the attendees that are attending imaging. You can go to the attendees tab and you can scroll through and find different people. You can find people that you're super excited are going to be there, and you can actually go in and click on their name and request to meet with them, which is a new feature this year I thought was really cool. Also, any of the starred classes that you decide you're going to go to, when you star them, they actually show up on the front page of the app, and it shows like what your next classes are. So really excited about some of those things that they've got. Also maps on there, so you can kind of see what's in there. For those of you who don't know what Bridging the Gap is like mini keynote speakers throughout the event. So every day they'll have different Bridging the Gap speakers. I got to tell you, some of my favorite authors that I've ever read, Mike Michalowicz, which I believe was supposed to be the keynote speaker for this event, it shows differently, so I don't know what happened with that, but I'm disappointed if Mike's not going to be there. But these are some of my favorite events to go to, or favorite talks, whatever you call them, because they're just inspirational. And some of the things that you hear from those talks are just incredible. I remember a couple of times, in fact, one time with, I was watching a speaker speak. In fact, it was the guy that wrote the book, Exactly What to Say. I think it was Phil Jones. And I didn't even realize at the time, like, I'd read his book, but his stuff, he was incredible. I was listening to him talk, and some of the things he was saying, it's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sitting right next to one of my competitors, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I wish he wasn't here hearing this with me, because I was like, this is information I just want for myself. I was being greedy. This is long ago. I'm not greedy anymore. I'm just kidding. And anyway, after we got out of there, we were sitting talking at lunch, and I was impressed. I was really shocked to see that so many, like, the people sitting next to me got completely different things out of that. So that's another great thing about this, is go to those things, make notes, and talk amongst you and your friends or the people that you hang out with. Say, what did you get from that Bridging the Gap? What did you get from that speaker? What were the things that you pointed out? And compare notes, because some of those things, like, it's incredible, like, what you pick up that other people don't. And I think that it really is based on, like, what you need in your life at that point in time. So that's kind of really my, like, what to watch for, or what to attend. Focus on all those classes. Find the classes that work best for you. Don't be above going to classes that you think you're too good for. Meaning, I was talking to somebody the other day, and this wasn't like, she didn't do anything bad, but one of the things that she had said was, hey, I don't necessarily need the sales class, but I want to go to social media. And you know, the one thing I said was, well, is there, like, what if you went to a sales class that could give you 5% increase in your sales, or 3%, or one little nugget that just helped you boost your sales by $100 average every sale? Would that be worth it? So consider that, because some of those classes that you have, you might go in and they might be teaching you things you already know, but they might just do something, one little thing, just a little bit different, that could improve your process. So keep that in mind. Okay, this is my longest list. What to bring. This is, I've kind of seen around the internet or around Facebook, people that have been talking about it. I keep seeing people say, I'm new to imaging. What do I bring? What do I do? And so that's kind of where I compiled this list. There's a couple of things. Number one, bring business cards, because surprisingly, you're going to get to meet a lot of new people, and some of these connections that you make are some of the best friends you're ever going to have in the industry. They're people you're going to look forward to hanging out with every year. They're people that you're going to want to hang out with during the week that you're at imaging. But have a business card so that you can share. If you don't do that, do what we do. You can go on Amazon today and order what's called NFC tags. There's a little app on the phone. You can actually you can put your contact information on this NFC tag. You could also do it with an AirTag, Apple AirTag. But that's what we do. We actually link our NFC tag and just put a sticker right on our name tag, and you can just touch it to people's phone and it pops up with their information. It's no different than reading a QR code. It's just you don't have to open anything. You just tap the phone, it automatically pops up a link. And so we create a link on our webpage that has like more or less like your Instagram link page, and it has information. Also, you can go in and create, and something I would do if you're going to share your contact, this is something vital. If you're going to share your contact from your Apple phone, there are ways that like the notes in your contact will share. So go in and adjust your Me contact and make sure that there's no vital important notes. Make sure that if you don't want to give out your phone number to everybody, to just include your email address, your Instagram, your Facebook link, like whatever those things are. If you're going to share your contact, make sure that there's no private information in there. I was actually looking some stuff up on the internet the other day, trying to figure out how to just be able to share this contact like with the NFC, and found out that there's a lot of data that is actually shared on your contact just in the notes. Like I've put my mom's credit card information in her notes, so I've shared her. I hope, Mom, I'm sorry. if I screwed anything up, I'm really sorry. But so that's something to keep in mind. Also, a hoodie or a jacket. It is going to be chilly. It's smart to have a hoodie or a jacket. They keep things, like, it just depends. Like some classrooms are super chilly, or you might sit under a fan. So have a sweater or a jacket in your backpack to be able to put on whenever you need, or if you happen to go outside with people and you just want to go on a quick walk, but you don't have a jacket with you, that's always a good thing to keep with you. Comfortable shoes. I literally went and bought new shoes last week just so that I would be comfortable. I wanted to break them in. I made the mistake last year buying brand new shoes right before I went to Sync, and for those of you who know, we walk everywhere when we go to Sync, and my feet were killing me because I was trying to break in these really tough shoes like while I was at Sync. So I went and got these shoes, trying to break them in a little bit before we go and make sure that my feet are good and comfortable. So make sure you have comfortable shoes because you will do a lot of walking. I think I want to say that we typically are like 5 to 7 miles a day when we're at imaging. So you get a good bit of exercise. Next is a backpack. I already talked about putting a hoodie in a backpack, but bring a backpack. You want to be able to take all your stuff that you need to go to classes and stuff like that. Have an extra water bottle. If you have like a Yeti or something, get a carabiner and hook it to your Yeti and hang it onto your backpack so you don't have to carry it in your hand all the time, or have a spot in your backpack to put it so that you have cold water or water that you can drink from, because you want to limit as much of the touching surfaces and everything that you can while we're there, just because you want to avoid the spread of any virus or disease or anything like that. But a backpack is great. Anytime you go to like the expo, they always give you a bag. You get bags like everywhere you go, either the expo or when you register, and you put a whole bunch of crap in there. It's easier if you just take your bag and stuff in your bag, because it does get really tiresome just carrying it all around. And if you get invited to lunch with some friends or something, you don't want to have to run back to your room and put it down. You can just put it in your backpack. So a backpack is vital. One of the most important things I can tell you to bring. Also a notebook, tablet, or laptop. A notebook is great. For those of you guys who like taking notes, even if you don't like taking notes, take notes. Last year I made the mistake of letting Mia take all the notes, and I'm not going to lie, I think she probably got more out of taking notes at Sync than I did, and a lot of the stuff just kind of flew over my head because I was like, it's all right, Mia's taking notes. But I did that because her notes are so much prettier than mine. But I've learned that just being able to look back at my notes, the ones that I wrote, it does something for just putting it into your memory. When you're writing it down, it's kind of like that second thing. So taking notes is great. We use an iPad. with an Apple Pencil, and we use Procreate, and it's really cool, guys. If you haven't tried this, or if you have like a remarkable tablet, that's great too. Like I said, we use Procreate because you can create layers really quickly, and then you can squish all your notes down into one thing or turn them off, and you can have all these different layers of notes, and then just compile them all together at the end of imaging into one page and be able to have something really nice. Mia does an incredible job of this. In fact, she probably might even share some of her notes at the end of, or I'll make her redo all mine. She loves that part. So anyway, that's that notebook, tablet, or laptop. Personally, if you bring a laptop and you have to charge it, it becomes a pain in the butt. And they don't typically have tables for you to put your laptop on. So having something that you can just hand write out. They actually always give you a notebook at imaging. Like, it's one of the cool little things you can get. But I like my own stuff. Like, I like having it where I need it. And I love having it on my iPad. So that's a great thing. Ibuprofen and sanitizer. Okay, your feet are going to be killing. Sanitizer, they have sanitizer all over the venue. At least they have in years past. Of course, I haven't been since since they had sanitizer even when we went in 2020, right before the pandemic and the shutdown. But remember, when you're using sanitizer at an event with 30,000 people, guess what? You're touching the spot that everybody else touches. So bring your own sanitizer. My wife always has these little keychain rubber thingies that hang from a bag. I think it's just a great thing to have. And also, like I said, everybody's touching every surface. So sanitize your hands. Try to avoid touching things. But keep that in mind. We are required to wear masks in everything we do there, except for eating, hopefully. So just make sure to find a mask now, or like 5 masks that you're comfortable putting on and comfortable wearing. Of course, make sure that they're as good as they are. I don't care what you think of masks. I hate them. I don't think that they do a whole lot, but just trying to do my part. So make sure that you find some masks that are comfortable. Target has some great masks, but they're a little bit thicker than. So anyway, just find a mask or a comfortable couple of masks, bring them with you, have an extra in your bag so you don't have to wear one of those obnoxiously uncomfortable ones. I'm sure they'll have extra ones there. A backup charger. Now, do we have one of my bricks? So you guys have all seen them, the brick with that has a couple of different charges on them. Find them, buy them, charge them up, bring the charger cords, charge them every night, and have them in your bag. Your phone's going to run dead, and you'll find people congregating around outlets to charge phones. If you have a charger brick, bring it with you, put it in your bag, and bring an extra cord. It is vitally important because let me tell you, when you run out of a charge, you're going to want it. We even have a thicker brick that we take that is we can plug iPad chargers into, or even plug a computer into. So with the USB-C plug. Honestly, if you're close to a Costco, or you know where a Costco, or can get to a Costco, for $59 you can buy a jump start kit, and it has a really strong battery that'll charge your phone, I think 2 or 3 times, or not your phone, but like it'll charge your computer. It'll charge your phone like 3 or 4 times. Anyway, great to have. Also, one thing that I'm going to tell you, snacks for your backpack. If you get them while you're there, that's fine. But last year I took a box of, I think, what are they? The granola bars, the Cliff Bars. And guys, this is great because when you get hungry, a Cliff Bar is like $19.99, and a Pepsi is like $27.99 at Gaylord Properties. So $50 for a snack and a drink. Actually, it's probably like $15. It's not cheap, and you will go broke. Believe me, because I try really hard to go broke every time I'm there, because it's just easier to buy stuff than it is to carry stuff around. But I started doing it, carrying a couple of snacks just so that I have something to snack on and a drink to drink. And I think that it's really important because let me tell you, these places are all about people not wanting, and it's like 17 miles to walk across the convention center to get out and to your hotel room. So if you have something with you, I promise you will thank me. You're going to be taking a bite of that Cliff Bar thinking, man, Sam just saved my life and my wallet. So keep that in mind. Those are all great things. Now, those are probably like the most important things to remember to bring. Next, I'm going to talk about the expo. I don't have a whole lot to share there. I know that there's 100+ exhibitors set up for the expo. There's a couple that have pulled out. I know there's probably even more than we know or believe. whatever. I'm grateful to the people that go. I'm grateful to the people that are being safe and taking care of their employees. I know ACI was one that pulled out, and I think that it's great that they did because they did it for their employees. I think I even saw Tom Stanley in here. Tom will be there, so there will be a lot of the people from the labs there to support and talk to, and I'm grateful for that. But I'm also grateful for them like wanting to take care of their employees. Now, for those that are there, thank you guys for sticking it out. And for you guys who are going, please, please, please support the vendors. Go buy stuff or whatever you got to do. Make it worth their time for being there. The vendor industry or expo industry has been shrinking like significantly. And it's sad. It's like one of my favorite things about going to these conventions is to see the things that are happening and whatnot. So be aware that it is a shrinking thing. They're changing up the game and how they play. So please go support them, spend some money with them, have cash well, they all take cards now, but have cash or money ready to spend. So get there early. If you get there early, one of the things I saw was don't ever buy things like the first thing you see because you might find something different, or I can't tell you how many times I've been like, oh, this is on a deal, and I spend $400 or $500, and then I get to something else. I'm like, oh, I really wish I would have spent my money here instead. So walk through the expo once before you spend your money, unless it is on printers and equipment like that. That's the very first thing I'm going to go look at and look for is finding printers that are on sale or through if Canon comes. I don't even know if Canon will be there or not. But those are one of the places. That's one of the places I go to get that kind of stuff and get it all taken care of. So, but don't buy right off the bat. Find out what you need, and then the other thing I want you to pay attention to at the expos is pay attention to what is trendy. You're going to see a lot of things. Like, for instance, over the past couple of years, the video image boxes or video players on a folio thing have been a popular thing. I'm waiting to see what happens this year because I think it'll probably have gotten better than it has been in the couple years past. And it's something I've been waiting on is to see that quality change because I think that is a big push for the way the world's going is with video. So just kind of pay attention to those things and look for what's trending, what's popular, what's coming. It's a great thing to do to that's one of the things we'll do with my team is go through and look at new things and things that are coming up and just find out really what are things that are going to happen or what new products can we add to our stuff. I've even added new products that I've never really done anything with yet. So it's great for that. Next, I want to talk about after hours. This is my favorite time. Any of the time where people just get together, sit down and talk, or over meals at sports bars and lobbies. I always look for my favorite spot to sit where there's just like lots of comfy chairs and stuff like that, and people can just congregate because I love sitting down and talking business and just talking with people, catching up with them, finding out some of the things that they're doing with their businesses and learning from people and just taking an opportunity to get to hang out with them. So that's honestly, that's like my favorite part of convention is just networking with people. The one biggest thing that I want to say is just remember that you can sleep when you're dead. Okay? That's right. You can sleep when you're dead. And so focus on just having fun. Get as much sleep as you can before you go. Get sleep as best you can at night, and then enjoy it and get to know people, stay up late, have fun, and just do all the good stuff. Now, travel, we're kind of winding down to the end. A couple of things to keep in mind about travel. With COVID, everything has been running slower. Food, like getting food is like taking longer, so plan for that. Security lines are ridiculously longer. I know Phoenix, Arizona actually has shut down some of their security checkpoints, and so that has increased lines and wait times. So be aware of that so you're not missing flights. Also, take your business book of the month. Yeah, that one back there. Or buy it in the airport or something. Go find it, take it with you, read while you're on the plane. If you guys aren't going to imaging, consider this. It's $99 for a pass to imaging. I went on and looked at flights today. If you're flying from anywhere other than Boise, you can get to Maryland for about $189 still if you bought the ticket for this Thursday, okay? And you come hang out with me. Hotels, you're typically going to be about, like $700 if you split a room. I know there's probably going to be some people that have rooms, and I'm sure some of the rooms have come open because a lot of people have bailed. Well, not a lot of people, but there's people that have bailed on going to imaging. So there's always rooms that open up last minute. However, I think that the room deal is gone at this point. But one thing I do always suggest, this is a year that we're doing a little bit different. I always suggest staying on property because there is so much walking to do. We're literally like across the street, 1 block from the convention center in a Airbnb because I have a bunch of people going and staying with us. And I was like, when I called to book the room the 16th, for some reason, just the night of the 16th was sold out. And so I would have had to find a hotel somewhere else and then come back to the convention center. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pay for an Airbnb. But you just do a lot of walking and you miss out on a little bit of the hangout stuff unless you're willing to just stay up forever like I am. So consider those things next time you come, or if you decide to just get a wild hair up your tuchus and come hang out with us this week. So when it's all over, this is the most important part of everything I'm going to tell you. When it's all over, make a list of the most impactful things you learned throughout this week. Or that week, next week, whatever it is. Make a list of the most impactful things. Then go through your list before you go home, like the night before you leave. Sit in bed and look at your list of things, and I want you to compile the 5 most important things. And that night or on the plane on the way home, make a plan of how you're going to implement those things immediately. Because, guys, I can't tell you how many times I've gone to imaging. I've gotten all these things. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to rock it this year. And then I start looking at my notes right before I go to imaging again, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really should have got on that. And so implementation is hard. If you don't implement it right immediately, it becomes a thing of the past. You forget about it, and honestly, it sucks when you pay as much as you do for this kind of education and you missed out on it. So that's pretty much all I've got for that. We are going to hang out with Mia here, and Mia is going to share. What are some of the questions we have, Mia?
We don't have any questions. Am I unmuted? Can they actually?
No, yeah, you're unmuted.
Oh, awesome.
There's no typing.
There's no typing going on. No one's really talking. There aren't very many questions. Everyone's just kind of, Tim's excited for the networking. Michael is talking about the Expo Center, or not center, but the Expo.
And he says Canon is not coming.
Canon is no longer on the list of exhibitors. No,
what the hell, Canon?
Yeah.
I was needing them there.
But I'm just looking forward to it. I've never been before, so I'm excited.
Okay. Well, that's it. You've heard it from her. She's just looking forward to it. This is Mia's first time going to imaging. What are some of your hopes? What are you expecting? You got to go to Sync last year. You went to WPPI, which was it was really lackluster this year.
I like the classes. I like to take the notes. I like to have things to look back on later. So I'm excited for that. And I like it. There seems to be a lot of classes. So I want to get that list so that we can, I want to plan.
Oh, the app?
Yeah. Well, I need to log in. I don't have
download the app.
Info. I have a boss that's keeping all the info.
What?
Me.
Oh, you need to be told that you're going?
No, I need to be able to set it all up. But no, and I'm excited. We're going with a group of friends, and we're gonna find Tim there, and it looks like Michael's gonna be there. I think
there's a lot of Idaho people that are going. Honestly, probably the biggest year I've ever seen of people from Idaho going. So I know Katrina's going, Michael's going, Jen Alvey, our president, is going. Yeah. So is Phil White. Not that any of you guys know these people because they're not hanging out with us today, except for Michael, who we're excited to have with us today. So Tim asked the question, and I'll switch over here to me. Actually, did I just?
I don't think you ever were on
I wasn't on you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sitting over. I hope it wasn't picking my nose or something, because this whole time I thought you were. Yeah, I did. I took a drink, but Friggin' A. Well, that was a oops on my part. Tim said you talked about how expensive snacks are, but how about the meals? Is there a lot of options, and how much money should we budget for meals?
Okay, now you're on me. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, no, we're good. You probably should budget about $1,500 for meals. I'm just kidding. $1,498 actually. Honestly, each meal is about right around $40 to $50 or $30 to $50. It just depends on how you do it. The convention center has like a bunch of restaurants around there. None of them are cheap. They rely on people being there for business and staying there and not having other options because of packed schedules. And so they really do sock it to you. One thing I can tell you, Michelle, you're going to love this, is all Gaylord properties are Pepsi properties. Unless that's changed, I'm pretty positive they're all Pepsi properties. That means no matter where you go, you only find Diet Pepsi products. So if you're into that, you love it, great. I know Harmony and Nick Jones would be stoked about it, but my wife and I are Diet Coke and Coke people, and so that's something to keep in mind. If you have your favorite drink and you want to bring it, make sure to stock your fridge, go to Walmart, call Instacart, whatever, when you get there, and get your drink of choice and have it in the fridge in your room or whatever, and then just take them with you. So that's something to keep in mind. But meals are not cheap. If you can, there are a lot of restaurants around the property, not on the property, but right there around the waterfront and just in that area. Like I'm talking like Five Guys. There's some succotash place. There's all sorts. I went on and was just looking at them. I was going to talk about them, but I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to get into that. Also, there's everything down in DC, which I think is, what did we decide? It's a 20-minute drive or Uber ride. So that's something to keep in mind. Tim's going to be bringing his car. Tim, I hope you're bringing the minivan, brother, so we can all fit in there.
I'll go see you. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, there's a lot to eat, which will be cheaper, but I'm guessing around that area it is going to be at the more expensive end of normal. Like you won't see your normal prices just because it is in a high like conference traffic area. And so they're expecting people to be coming with business credit cards, like that kind of stuff, like travel, that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's not cheap. It's a lot of money and I imagine what sucks. See, this is why I don't take my wife. Like, I didn't even think about the food part. Like, that's where it gets expensive. Like, she can sleep in my bed, so I don't have to pay for any extra on her room and stuff. But I pay for all of Mia's food, and I pay for all of my food, and then all of my wife's food. Normally, when Yin has gone with us, I pay for his food. So I guess it's no different now that Yin's not going. So I guess we'll survive. We'll be all right. Okay. Keep in mind, I will not be doing a live this Thursday because we'll be traveling all day, but I will probably do a couple of little posts and maybe do a little live just from my phone. Maybe watch Instagram stories on the Seven Figure Photographer because I'll try to do some stuff on there. Other than that, I will see you when I get back. So that'll be next Thursday. I will probably be doing a live about like what I got from imaging, like what my biggest takeaways are from imaging. So be watching for that. We'll be doing that probably next Thursday. Well, without question, that'll be what we're doing next Thursday. And so when we get back, unfortunately, it's just too hard to take all this gear and do a live while on the road for like the nice stuff. So they'll just be handheld phone lives. So, what? Why are you laughing at me?
I'm just, because when you do that, you're like so in your face, and it makes me laugh. And Tim and I were laughing about it the other day, and it just.
When I do what? This?
When you do the lives on your phone.
Oh.
They're like.
Oh, because it's like right up there.
Eyeballs.
So you guys are making fun of me?
Not.
Yeah, pretty much.
Words.
She's. You're gonna need to get some ice skates today, girl. You're on thin ice. So yeah, I guess whatever. Maybe I'll get a selfie stick.
Yes,
so it's like, oh, jeez. You have my little my
I
little
do.
phone thingy. If I
I'll
could
bring
just
it.
put it on my little Go Bow or whatever it's called. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay. I think that's it. Guys, remember, there is our website, sevenfigurephotographer.com. Go check it out. If you want to sign up for Coffee with Sam, it's a 30-minute analysis of your business, or 30 minutes of just hanging out talking with me. I record it on Zoom and send it to you after we're done, as well as just an analysis of what I think your business could use to progress. It's free. You get one of them. Check it out. Go sign up for it on the website, sevenfigurephotographer.com/coffee with Sam. And if nothing else, make sure to join our text list, which I don't even know what word to tell you to text to. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. That's it. That's the day. I hope to see everybody at Imaging. Can't wait. And we're gonna bounce the outro music.